The Leader of the Opposition.
Thank you. My question is to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister promised that every Australian would have access to the NBN by the end of 2016. It's now the end of 2017. Most Australians due to receive the HFC, including over 40,000 premises in Bennelong, do not know when they will get access to the NBN. Prime Minister, when will the people in Ryde and East Ryde, West Ryde, North Ryde, Meadowbank, Putney and Ermington get access to the NBN like you promised them?
The Prime Minister has the call. The Minister representing the Minister for Communications.
Well, I do thank the Leader of the Opposition for that question. It does take an extraordinary lack of historical knowledge to be suggesting that this government has anything to apologise for when it comes to the rollout of the NBN. Because, you know, when you look at the numbers are quite instructive. The numbers are quite instructive. Let's look at the NBN's corporate plan published in December 2010. In December 2010, when the Prime Minister was either Mr Rudd or Ms Gillard, one or the other, the claimed target, the number of premises that was supposed to be covered by June 30, 2011 was 223,000. What they actually delivered? 10,575. June 30, 2012. What did these rollout geniuses from Labor deliver when they'd promised 496,000? They delivered 95,799. What did they deliver on June 30, 2013, when they'd promised 1.7 million? They'd promised 1.7 million. This wasn't off the cuff, by the way. This was in their business plan. They'd promised 1.7 million by June 30, 2013. They delivered 280,000. Now, that is not a high distinction.
The Minister will resume his seat for a second. The Leader of the Opposition on a point of order.
On direct relevance, the question was when will the people in Ryde and Ermington and Putney, when will they get their HFC NBN? When?
The Minister has the call.
And if you were in government, they wouldn't have got it now, and they wouldn't be getting it for a very long time, because
the Minister will refer to members by their correct title.
Your track record was hopeless. What you delivered on the NBN was a pathetic joke, and you claim to suggest that if there were a change, that somehow you'd do a better job. But the historical record does not lie. By June 2013, when you had promised to deliver 1.7 million, what you'd actually delivered was less than 20% of that. That's not a high distinction. That's not a distinction. That's not a credit. That's not even a pass. That's a fail. That is a fail. And that is Labor's record of NBN failure. 6 years of dismal NBN failure. And now they expect that the people of Bennelong will be so naive and so credulous as to believe that they've got a plan that's going to do better than the performance we are seeing under the Turnbull government, where 6.5 million premises are now able to connect. What is their plan? We've got no idea what their plan is. Their plan at the last election was that they were going to deliver 2 million more premises with fibre and not spend an extra dollar. They were going to reinvent the rules of economics. It's a miracle. Magic pudding economics comes to the NBN. You have zero credibility on the NBN.
The Minister's time has concluded.